Hello and welcome back to Cherry's online classes. Today's video is on factorization of quadratic polynomial and finding the solution of the quadratic equation. And it's done for Nahid Bano. Okay. So we'll do it. The steps involved in factorizing a quadratic polynomial. The first step is to write the equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Remember this is the general form of the quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation, isn't it? So put it in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 means first term should be with x square, then second term with x, and the last term with constant, then equal to 0. Okay. Now the second thing is, if there is any common factor among all the terms, take that out first. Is that clear? If there is any common factor among all the three terms, then take that out first and then only try to do it. For example, 2x square minus 4x minus 30 is equal to 0. If this is the given equation, then you know that 2 is a common factor for all the three terms. So take 2 out as common factor and then write it as 2 into x square minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. And then try to solve x square minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. Is it clear? The next thing is, write a is equal to how much, b is equal to, and c is equal to. Then write sum is equal to b, how much is its value, then product a into c and its value. Okay, writing like this will help you in getting out of your mistakes. Okay, and the last one is find the numbers whose sum will be b and product ac and split the middle term. Then you know you have to take the common factor out and do it. That is something easy for you. So we'll see how we can do it. Now we'll take an example. I'll show you two methods and this is the first method. Okay. The equation we have taken is 2x square minus 7x is equal to 39. Remember the first step, you have to put it in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, isn't it? So you have brought 39 to the left side of the equal sign and you have changed it as 2x square minus 7x minus 39 is equal to 0. After writing this, what is the next step? To write the values of a, b and c, isn't it? Here a is equal to 2, that is the coefficient of x square. B is the coefficient of x, that is minus 7, and c is the constant minus 39. And then write sum and product. Sum is nothing but b, that is equal to minus 7, and product is equal to a into c, that is 2 into minus 39. After writing this, you remember that you have to look at the signs there. The product is negative, which shows that one number is negative and the other number is positive. Only then you will get the product negative. And the sum is minus means bigger number is minus and smaller one is plus. Is that clear? So the next step is to factorize the numbers 2 and minus 39. The factors of 2 are 2 and 1, and factors of 39, 13 and 3. You write it like this, 2 into 1 and 13 into 3. Then it becomes easy for you to find the two numbers. Okay, instead of writing the product 2 into 39, you multiply, and then if you write it as 78, it becomes a big number, then you won't be able to find the numbers. Okay, so you split it in the form of prime factors and then try to find the two numbers whose difference is 7. Is that clear? One is plus and one is minus, so you have to show the difference is minus 7. Okay, 7 you have to get the difference. So you have to choose the numbers in such a way that the difference will be 7. Here 2 and 3 you can combine. So 2 into 3 will be 6. So 6 and 13 difference is 7. Is that clear? So you can write 6 and minus 13 as the other number. Minus 13 you have got because bigger number has to be minus. Is that clear? And now after getting the two numbers, you can start factorizing by splitting the middle term. So you will write it as 2x square. Instead of minus 7x, you are writing plus 6x and minus 13x. Then minus 39 equal to 0. Then you have to actually group these four terms into two sets. See, you draw two lines like this. It becomes easy for you. After drawing two lines, remember there is a minus sign in front of the second set. Okay, first it is 2x square plus 6x and the other one is 13x minus 39. But in the front of 13x you have a minus sign. So when you put the bracket, sign inside the bracket will also change. So you have to remember whenever there is a negative sign in front of the second set, you have to change the signs inside the bracket. Okay. Now what can you take out from 2x square plus 6x? Common factor is 2x. 2 and x both are common factors. So when you take out 2x as a common factor, first term is left with x, second term with 3. So you will get x plus 3 inside the bracket. And then you are taking 13 out with minus sign in front of it. Remember, there is minus sign in front of it. Minus is also taken as common factor here. So inside the bracket, what is left? And the third term is x. And then change the sign to plus. And 3 into 13 is 39. So it becomes x plus 3. After writing this, you have to check back whether your answer is correct. What you have done here is correct. How do you check? You have to first check whether you are getting the same thing in the bracket. So here we have got x plus 3 and x plus 3. So that is correct. So by checking what you have got inside the bracket, you can easily make out whether your factorization is correct. Okay. And you can always multiply and see also. 2x into x, 2x square, 2x into 3, 6x like that. Okay. After that, you have to take x plus 3 as common factor and then you will write it as 2x minus 13. Understood? Equal to 0. Now, to find the solution, you know that you have to equate x plus 3 to 0 and 2x minus 13 to 0. Isn't it? So, when you equate x plus 3 to 0, you will get x is equal to minus 3. And when you equate 2x minus 13 equal to 0, you will get 13 by 2. Is it clear? Hope this method is clear to you. I'll show you one more method to solve the same question. We'll see how it is done. Next is method 2. See, I'll show you another way of getting the two numbers. Okay, same question you can take 2x square minus 7x equals 39. Putting it in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. You bring 39 to the side. After reaching here, as usual, you write a, b and c, the values, and write the sum. Sum is equal to b is equal to minus 7. Product is equal to ac, 2 into minus 39. After reaching here, you can do it in a different way if you are not getting the other method. If you are not able to find the two numbers, the other method, following the other method, you can use this method. This will not actually take much time, but just see whichever is easy, you can do it. Okay, what you have to do is you make first 39, you write it as the prime factors. 13 into 3, write it as 2 into 13 into 3 is equal to 78. Okay, after writing this, you have to make columns. Just write it in pairs. You need not draw lines like this. You can just write it in pairs. Okay, start from 1 and see 1 into what number will give you 78. 2 into what number will give you 78. Each time you are going to check whether your sum is going to be minus 7. Okay, or the difference is minus 7. Here it is going to be the difference because you know the product is minus and therefore one number is plus and one number is minus, so you have to take the difference. Okay, so difference has to be 7. Now see, 1 into 78, 78 minus 1 is not 7, so you can leave that. Go to 2. 2 into what number is 78? 39. 39 minus 2 is not 7, so leave that. Go to the next number, 3. You have to check all the numbers. Okay, you try with 3. 3 into what number will give you 78? See, when you split it as 2 into 13 into 3, you can actually cover 3 and see the other two numbers. Which are the other two numbers? 2 into 13. 2 into 13 is 26. So 3 into 26 is 78. But difference will not be 7. So go to the next one, which is the next factor there. You have taken 2, 3, and then next one is 2 into 3. 6 is the next factor there. So you have to see 6 into what number is 78. 2 into 3 is 6. So the remaining number there is 13. So 6 into 13 will give you 78. So you can take 6 and 13 because the difference is 7. That's how you find out the two numbers easily if you are not getting the other method. Okay, these are the two different methods I've shown. Whichever is easy for you, you can do that. Okay, now see, you have to split the middle term, minus 7x as plus 6x minus 13x, and just continue what you did. It is the same question, so there's no change in it. So you can take the common factor 2x and write 2x into x plus 3 for the first two, and then next one is minus 13 into x plus 3 equal to 0. Now taking x plus 3 as common factor, you can write it as x plus 3 into 2x from the first one and minus 13 from the next term. So 2x minus 13, and then finding the solution. X plus 3 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 3. 2x minus 13 is equal to 0. Therefore, 2x is equal to 13, x is equal to 13 by 2. Is that clear? So whichever method you want, you can use. Now remember the points. First one is, if the question is to find the solution set, write the answer in the set form. For example, if x is minus 3 and 13 by 2, it should be written as set minus 3 comma 13 by 2. Answer should be in the set form itself if the question is to find the solution set. See the question very carefully for the exam. If you don't put it in the set form, when the question is to find the solution set, you will not get the last 1 mark. And the next is, after finding the two numbers whose sum is b and product is a into c, we can find the solution set directly by following the method I am going to show. See, after finding the two numbers, I'll tell you what it is. After finding the two numbers, for the last example we have taken, which were the two numbers you took? Remember, you took 6 and 13, minus 13, isn't it? So after finding the two numbers 6 and 13, minus 13 it was, you change the signs. Plus 6 you change to minus 6, minus 13 will become plus 13. After changing the sign, dividing by the value of a, you will get the solution set directly. If it is an objective type question where you can't spend much time, you can easily get the solution without writing all the steps using this method. I'll explain the method once again. After finding the two numbers whose sum and product as given, for example, you have taken 2x square minus 7x minus 39 is equal to 0, isn't it? For that you got the two numbers as plus 6 and minus 13. So plus 6 and minus 13 were the two numbers whose sum is minus 7 and product is minus 78. Okay. Now you change the signs of these two, 6 and minus 13. You change the signs and write it as minus 6 and plus 13. For both you have to change the signs. Then divide them by the value of a, that is coefficient of x squared. Here a is 2 for this example. So we have divided using 2. So minus 6 by 2 is minus 3 and 13 by 2. So these are the 3 and minus 3 and 13 by 2 are the zeros of this equation. Okay, is it clear? So Nahid Danu, have you understood it? There's one more method of doing it, but if I get time I will show you in the next class. Okay, but I think with these two methods you can try, and whichever you find easier you follow that method. Second method is actually something for the beginners, and the first method is for those who have got some practice. Okay, so after practicing you see whichever is easy you can follow that. I hope it's clear to you.